So it's time to open up Whiplash. Sorry, I'm kind of slacking today. Normally I would take and pull out all the Whiplashes of the past and we'll have a long discussion about it, but I'm just not feeling it today. Sorry, you guys. So let's see who's on. So far, nobody. So while we're waiting, let me go and share this. I wasn't going to, but what the heck, since nobody's on anyway yet. I might as well take the time to share it on Facebook. What a horrible thumbnail too. Hey, Figure Motion 23. Thanks for joining me. So it's funny is hey Jason Fitz, thanks for being here. Charles, thanks for joining us. All right, it's publishing. So looks like people are joining now, so let's go ahead and get started. So before I jump into this, many of you guys know I'm trying to make a staff for King Randor, and I actually made it before in the past. And I made it so that it would, I made it because somebody asked me to. And I thought, you know what, now we're getting King Randor, it's kind of cool to have a staff. And I made a cool one and sent it off to Mike. And I made some that are unpainted still. Dun-da-da. And so today I decided to try to work on at least one more to get it working. And the first one was bent a little bit. So I started trying to unbend it and it just snapped. Because it's made out of resin, it breaks really. You can see there's a slight bend to it. And if you don't heat it up first, right here on these little ridges, which I added for, you know, to make it look cool, they'll actually snap on those little ridges all the way along. So usually you have to mask this side, mask that side, and then you can go ahead and paint it. And so I did that. And when I did, this was not done yet. One side came out beautiful. And the other side, the masking let loose and it got gold paint underneath. I tried alcohol cleaning it, just kind of leaked down and kind of destroyed my paint job. I was like, no, I can't get one to work. So you notice that now my King Randor is missing his shirt, shirtless with armor. And that's because Flash Gordon still has his shirt. Flash. So I did take the other half of the New Adventures He-Man and decided to stick it on this guy just so I don't lose the torso, so I can rebuild it back to normal. Because it was cool that Mike gave that figure to me. So there you go. Anyway, let's go ahead and send shirtless King Randor off to the side down here, because I am done talking about that. And let's see if we got some more people joining, and let's get Whiplash open. Whiplash. Hey Johnny, thanks for joining us. Black Phoenix 77, thanks for being here. Neutral 69, thanks for being here. Do you like She-Ra figures? I do. In fact, I have the coolest She-Ra figure for my Origins. Here is my Origins She-Ra figure. And she's sporting one of the swords that I made. Look how cool that is. It's even see-through. And then she has the shield from the Super 7. Gave her the knees from the Sorceress. And then the headdress is from somebody on eBay that sold it to me. So there you go. And so's the skirt. So this is my Origin She-Ra, and she's pretty cool. So there she is. Being I have so many granddaughters, I have to be in the She-Ra now for sure. It's like the sticker might be coming off. No. I have to be careful with her. All right. So let's get into the whip of lashness. Thanks, Mike. Tap for Music says one of my favorites as a kid. Whiplash or She-Ra? Do it hollow and put the transparent bead or something for the gem. Yep, that's what I did. The sword was actually made hollow. And then I printed the gem separately and then pushed it into the sword while it was hot. So, yep, it's not painted. That's why it's clear, and that's why the sword's not painted either. And it matches my He-Man custom sword that I made too. So they actually look alike except for the gem. Where are her feet going forward? There we go. There we go. Now she's standing. All right, let's get to Whiplash. So Whiplash has some cool box art. It shows he has the same spear as King Randor. Boop. So similar spear. And Let's see, Mike Fisto's Whiplash is my third figure as a kid. Nice. And he's facing off against Fisto. Let me find Fisto in this box of stuff. Oh, I see his fist. So we'll have Fisto out so we can remake the box art on the back for fun. So I'll just have him ready with his fist out, ready to go. All right, then it shows other figures in the line. We have King Randor, Digitino, Whiplash, and Trapjaw. The Jaw of Trapness. And then, of course, you can put his spear in his hand, and you can whip his tail around. Do you have the Sorceress and Tila? I do. In fact, I got a bunch of Tilas right there. And I got a Sorceress here on the floor somewhere. Here she is. I have one that I swapped the knees out to with a different Sorceress, and the other one. Yep. And of course, I gave my granddaughters each their own Sorceress, and I gave them each a Evelyn and a Tila to share. So that's cool. All right, let's go ahead and rip this open. Yes, that's very common with the old Whiplashes, having tears on their tails on the sides like that. Let's get this guy out of here. Now, I'm guessing because it's a Big Bad Toy Store, the comic's going to be the same as all the rest. Wow, it's actually glued in there. Look at that. This comic is not wanting to come out without some damage to it. Luckily, I got lots of these comics from the other figures. But you can see it was actually stuck in the corner, and it was stuck right here. See where it kind of ripped it a little bit, and it was stuck right here on the box. So somebody got a little crazy with some of the glue there. Crazy glue. And yep, no bubbles. So I have no idea what the story's saying. That's a cool picture of King Randor. Oh. It's funny, his orange legs, King Randor's, they're almost like a skin tone. Like he's just kind of tan, as opposed to the old figure in the 80s where it was really definitely orange. Where did I throw him now? Oh, there he is. So you can see his orange legs aren't really super orange. So it looks like they could almost be bear legs if you didn't know. Because we've seen orange figures before, like Manny Faces in the past. All right, let's see what's separatable on him. Separatable? Let's see what comes apart on him. So his feet, his waist, his shoulders, and his head. So as many of you guys know, I saved the bubbles. And if you're wondering why I save all the bubbles, it's to make resealable packs later on really easily. So I've been saving these bubbles just in case I want to make some resealable packages. And I will have the bubbles to do it. Even though I've only done it once or twice, so it's kind of funny. I don't know why I spend all the time saving them. Okay, he does have the little elastics on his legs. Let's bust those off there. Where are my scissors? My scissors. It's funny, my daughter-in-law, she used to be a person that cut hair. And when she went to beauty school, everything had different names all of a sudden. Like these were not called scissors, they were called shears. And then I would say, are you painting fingernails? She goes, it's polish. I said, it's not polish, you're painting them. And but I guess what they called them in beauty school was actually paint, or polish instead of paint, and then shears instead of scissors. All these weird things, but it's cool. Now she cuts my hair, so it all worked out good. Oh, my garbage can's covered by bubble wrap. So you got this extra bubble wrap on top of my garbage can. There we go, just threw it back on top. And it looks like you have some assembly to do. You have to attach the tail to the armor. But before I do that, let's see if we can see how this armor is attached. Is it glued? Is it just shoved in there? Where are my lights? I still have not found my lights yet. Oh, there's one. There's a light. Let's see if it's charged. It is. Ha, hooray. Okay. Let's see if we can't figure that out. So you got this extra bubble wrap on top of my garbage can. There we go, just threw it back on top. And it looks like you have some assembly to do. You have to attach the tail to the armor. But before I do that, let's see if we can see how this armor is attached. Is it glued? Is it just shoved in there? Looks like it's pretty stuck on there. And it's not rubber, it's hard plastic on there too, so that's not coming off very easily. It looks like it is pretty embedded in there. All right, let's get Buzz off for a minute. Now see, he has the same sort of thing on his back too. So I'm wondering how that's held on there as well. It's so interesting, you know, how they mount those things on there. Oh well. All right, let's put them back together. Let's see your guys' comments. Agreed, I love the art. They are the best card art out in the biz. Yes, they are awesome art. All right, let's go ahead and stick this tail on there. There we go, and it clicks in place. And his tail actually helps support him standing, so that's cool. Now he has like a tripod type situation, so getting knocked over. Ooh, oh, that was too easy. So punching from this side, he'll fall easy, but punching from this side, it's harder to fall because the tail's at an angle. So for Fisto to take him out, it's easy because it's his right hand coming up, and he can do it. But if you have a left-hander coming up, you know, he tries to punch him. All right, let's get this set up. Oh, I guess he can still do it. Never mind. Fisto's the bomb. So you want to see that cool action punch? You just grab the hand right here and you have full control now. Hang on to his legs. Yeah, and then you can just do the wallop. Almost like he's spring-loaded, but he's not. Okay. So let's talk about articulation, because that's what we're here for, right? Let's see. Jason Fitz says he would be the only guy I wish had spring action waist. I know. I mean, what good is the tail whip? I mean, it's just not a lot to it. We'll try to knock some figures over in a minute with a tail whip. That is really red. All right, so we have ankle articulation. We have a boot cut at an angle, which is interesting because is it really at an angle? It really is. See, look, when I bend it around, how it goes at an angle, which means you can't just swap out. Well, you know what? These might be at an angle too. Nope. Okay, we're going to have to try this. You know what? I don't want to take Fistos. I want to take somebody I don't care much about. King Randor. They're blue anyway. They match. Ugh. Okay. Weird. So it's just the boot is at an angle. So to stick it on him, you can see the angle twists up, but not the calf itself. Oh yeah, it does change the height a little bit, just slightly. The blue leg's just a little bit shorter. So you can see the angle of the boot difference. How bizarre. All right, let's go ahead and switch it back. Sorry, you guys. I just thought that was kind of weird that we saw something different, but I guess not. Ugh. I don't know why I didn't notice that on Buzz Off. Okay, so back to what we're talking about. Ankle articulation. Oops. Boot cut. Knee joint. We got the thigh, the waist, the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, and his head with his double chin. How could the guy have a double chin? I mean, come on. With a body physique like that, he still has a double chin problem. And then we have a different color tan or gray coming down, split pea soup gray. And his tail does not twist on the back. So you have to actually, you know what, I guess you could flick the tail. So I guess, all right, let's take the 2 spear guys. And let's just see how this tail wag works and see if I can knock over the king without too much interference. Okay, so I imagine if you bend him forward, there we go. He just does not. Oh, that's just not that impressive. I'm sorry. Not too impressive. So sorry. All right, let's try again. Oh, his hand's going to hit him harder than his tail. Okay, put your hands down so you don't accidentally hit the king with your hands. And we'll sweep the right leg there. If it even had an articulation point to go up, then you could bring it up and at least smack a little bit. Smacka. It's okay. What? You hit the king. Oh. Oh. There we go. All right. DNA results showed that Stinkor is the father. We'll never speak of that. 2000X, my only continuity. Fisto was Tia biological father and 1 continuity. That's funny. Sorry, I forgot to say adopted dad. There you go. Now it's weird if you put his feet like this, you could feel he'll follow really easy because now he's in a straight line, and so it's like a quad with a corner missing here. So if you're gonna stand him, put this leg back, this leg forward, and that will give him the best tripod type of stance where he's the most stable. Sure. There we go. All right. The tail is stiff. It's a little stiffer than I want it to be. It's not as flimsy as the old 80s toy, which is cool. But they should have just put some kind of articulation in it, just a little bit right here where it connects. Why not? At least rotating. Because the way it's attached, you can see those lines right there. It's actually fixed, so it's made not to rotate. But even that little rotation would have helped because you could have cranked it around a little bit. But it is nice he has that extra thing to help him stand, though. When I used to play with Micronauts, I had a figure, and he had an extra tail like that. I think his name was Repto, I don't remember. But he would work better that way, too. So remember, left leg forward, right leg back, and you're giving the best stance possible. So he won't keep falling over. Of course, he's not going to fall very easily anyway. Like the king will. Well, the king's not falling either. What the heck? The girls fall quick, though, because they have small little feet. Little feet. So they fall really easy. Master Far says, rank every figure in this wave. Okay, let's see if I got them all. Digitino, where are you? Digitino, did I already? Oh, we got this guy here. So where is the Tino of digitalness? I guess I could take my black light and shine it in the box to see the glow. Here he is. Okay. So here are the 4 figures in the wave, right? Yep, there they are. And let's see. Let's go and rank these. So we will start with my least favorite and work the other way. Sorry, Digitino, you gotta go. Least favorite. So now we're down to these 3. And next, you know, a king without a queen, not too good. And so now we're down to these 2. Now this is tough. I really don't like the tooth in his face. It's just always bothered me. Just one in the middle there. But then again, I mean, trap jaw is cool, but we already have trap jaw. If you didn't have a trap jaw, this was your only trap jaw, then yes, trap jaw would win. Being I already have a trap jaw and I'm happy with them, for me, unfortunately, number one is going to be Whiplash. And you can see I'm not actually very excited about this wave at all. So that is kind of where it fits. I think it's awesomely unlocked Modi. I think that is so cool. He does glow in the dark. And it is cool. He's different than all the other figures. But I don't really have any attachment to him because I didn't find out about Sunman until I was older. So I never had a Sunman as a kid. I didn't get one until I was an adult on eBay one time, and that was it. Now he does come with a really cool accessory. Let's see if I can find it. And that is the claw. The claw. Now I did steal King Randor's armor and put it on Jiu-Jitsu, and so King Randor had more gold. So this is actually Jitsu's armor here, but so I did the armor swap. So that's already been changed. Also, he has no shirt on anymore either. So he's already gone through quite a few transformations. Where is that claw? This is kind of stinky. Okay. So check this out. If you decide you want to switch weapons, and we have other figures that have the hands like this, if you pull this out, here's one from Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. You can stick it in there, and it fits just fine. The color doesn't quite match, but it works. But let's say you want to go the other way around. You want to give Mr. Roboto the cool gun instead of the two-handed gun, or the gun with the two barrels. Actually, I kind of like the two-barrel gun better anyway. But let's just go ahead and do some swaps on here. So you pull this out, and look at the pin length difference between these two. And so you go to stick this in, and it doesn't go all the way in. That's it. That's as far as it goes. So you got quite a disparity here. So you'd have to actually sand this deeper to get that to fit. And it's like, Mattel, why? Why did you make the connection different? I mean, maybe it's in the way of the... Actually, you know what? It is. If you sanded it deeper, you would destroy the articulation because it goes right into that circle part of the articulation. But if that's the case, make them all short. Well, I guess we had him before we had him, so I could see why they did it that way, but okay. Anyway, the double barrel does look way cooler. Oh, be a gangster and hold it sideways. Bah! So, yep. If I did not have a Triclops, so like I said, he'd be number one. Yep, you could sand the hole or cut the pin. I hate cutting the pin because then you now have a short pin for when you want to switch it back. And like I said, if you made the hole deeper, it would run into the articulation and ruin the articulation on there. What good is this? Burp, burp, burp. And he has a little claw. Come on. Gun it up. And they did not make it so we have two hands on this one either. Give me your hand. But they did put the arms together right, unlike classics where they had the shoulder swap. What's going on here? Look at this. I just noticed that there's something strange going on right there. Yeah, it's not on the other side. It's like something mismatched on that shoulder right there. That's crazy. Yeah, I hope you guys can see that little hole going underneath there. It's so weird. So something didn't go together right when they were designing this figure. The other side looks pretty good. The other side doesn't have as much crazy. In the back it kind of does, but it doesn't quite match up. but right there under the shoulder, we don't quite have the same gap disparity. That's so bizarre. I didn't even notice that before. I wonder if they're all that way when they're made in the mold. All right. The claws for reaching the beer bottle. Yeah, I don't think Mr. Roboto needs the beer bottle. Didn't he come with an axe too? I think it's the last weapon he has. Let's see if I can find it. Nope, it's not in the box. Yeah, I don't know of any kid that ever kept anything but the gun in there. So he always lost the axe and the little claw. I mean, why wouldn't you have the gun always loaded in there? Why a fist? Why? Why, Mattel? I mean, he can't hold anything now. I mean, it was always fun to put like his weapon in his hand, like he's getting ready to use it, to put it on his other hand. But it's the game of fist. And it looks like some little fists like you would see on the guy who spins around Cyclone, because he has small little fists. So I'm wondering if this is the fist they designed and developed for Cyclone. When he comes out, if we'll see that little fist. I don't know. Cobweb, you are horrible. That's funny, man. Tighten those bolts. What's funny is I just noticed that Skeletor has diagonal boots too. Oh, I was going to switch the boots, but I guess that's Clawful that has two different types of boots. There it is. I found Digitino's awesome weapon. There we go. Three attempts to get a complete vintage Roboto. Just trying to call right now if you heard some weird noise. Roboto needs a built like Trapjaw. Yeah, I suppose. I always liked the way the 2000X one looked with the giant legs and the armor over his sensitive clear parts. Because, you know, one good hit with this and it's going to break. So, and he has no heart. Oh, where's the love? I have no love. All right, let's have Fisto punch him right in the chest. The mighty punch of Fisto. Huh. You know what? I'm going to look for... Yeah, I don't know where that box is. Oh, there. No, there it is. Ugh. My box of accessories. I got some spare arms in there. I'm trying to figure out who has the same color as Fisto, if I have anybody. It's funny, I got this stupid song stuck in my head, and that's that one, everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Ugh. Here's Fist when he takes off his glove. Okay, I know that does not work very well. I guess I'm going to call this it. Whiplash hand. Something's wrong with Whiplash hand. Let's see. Are you going to get the Mondo Battle Cat? No. I was very tempted today. It is very cool. It is awesome. But I'm not going to get it. So even though I really want it and it's really cool and it would go really cool in my room that I keep my statues in, where I'm planning on putting my He-Man when I get him. But I am going to resist the temptation and not get him. I still got to pay off Eternia, you guys. And I'm sure many of you do too. So, look, it's Beastman. I'm drowning. Oh, I think it's so funny that the moat they have for Snake Mountain has a pin to put this in, like you have a guy drowning in there. It's the green slime. Anyway, let's see. 2000X Origins He-Man has silver bracers. Not sure if his skin tone matches Fisto. Hey, thanks. Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Well, you know, let's just pull the head off and see how close the head matches. I'd heat it up first. I don't want to ruin the neck peg on him. Yeah, Black Phoenix 77, the Eternia is way too expensive. And you know, if it wasn't for Eternia, I may have gotten the Battle Cat, so I guess maybe Eternia saved me from buying something I really didn't need. Oh, Mike. Dude, that's got to be painful. Mr. Marquez says 2000X Origins. Oh, I just read that. Big Bad says October 2020. Hopefully any day for Zodak. All right, let's see how Fisto's skin tone matches. It's not too far off. Because then you could just use this as your Malcolm. Swap out the loincloth. Because if I had a second Fisto. It's just a little bit too dark though, but not too much. And I think once the armor's on, it won't be too noticeable. This won't match. Ooh, he's more orangish. How come some of these things come apart really easy and other times it's like it feels like I'm gonna break them? Oh yeah. That would not be too bad, really. And then swap out the loincloth and put on the 2000X legs. And then give him the purple boots. I know it sounds funny. I like having a anti-fist Fisto hanging around. Oh. It'd be cool just to swap the arm out, but... And then swap the legs so it doesn't look too bizarre. Because I like the idea that he finds the fist in some abandoned cave or something, and not just the fist, but also the hand of this guy too, same kind of deal, and they're magically endued. So when they stick them on, it gives them more special abilities, like the strength to hold the giant fist up, and stronger punching like that of Thunder Punch He-Man. So that's what I like to pretend. Not just that it's just some giant metal glove he's wearing, but it's a magical glove that gives him, like, you know, some sort of extra beyond normacy powers. Which would be cool. I don't know why they didn't make it a gauntlet that just fits over his hand. You know, you probably could sand this once you were to get it and just make this my Fisto. Okay. It's a coming. Just, there we go. So I wonder how much effort would it take to sand down this fist to fit over this with his hand missing. I bet you could do it. Take a Dremel tool to it, sand it out, then make it so you can just plug the fist in when you want it, and then plug the hand in when you want it. Because unfortunately, this is not going to work for fixing the hand. I may keep being on the... Oh, I know what figure would match his color. Oh, I don't know what color the guy's gauntlets are, though. This guy here. I don't think he has any gauntlets, though. Yeah, he has no gauntlets, unfortunately. But I think his skin tone is pretty close to Fisto's. Yeah, that's really close. So all I'd have to do, let's switch them all back. Okay, head, armor. Where is the Fisto torso? There it is. Let's just see how close this arm is. That's pretty close. Now, granted, there's no silver gauntlet to it. There's his head. Oh, I gotta heat it up. No, there it goes. Or no silver wrist guard or whatever. Todd, you need Goldberg. He has removable silver bands. Let's see, Goldberg. There we go. Actually, is Goldberg the right color? Nope, he's too light. Now, unfortunately, they don't match, so I'm probably have to swap this arm out too. No, that's my good arm. Oh. And you know, it might be cooler because then when I take his arm, his hand off. Come out of there. I can pull the wrist guard off too, so the fist will fit on there better. Oh yeah, that is awesome. Who mentioned Goldberg? Who was that? Cobweb. Thank you. Great idea. There we go. That is cool. It's time to Dremel this out now and make that work. And then I can only have to Dremel it just big enough for his forearm without the wrist guard on there, because I could yank his hand off, pull this off, and it's almost there already. It would not take much at all to just sand that out a little bit more to put it back about right there. That's awesome. Well, now I'm really happy because I like to be able to switch them out. So like I said, I like to pretend like he finds the gauntlet. If I wanted to, I could even use his torso too. That way then the colors even match better. I mean, they're pretty close. Maybe not. Maybe I can just leave it the way it is. They're close enough. I don't know. I might swap out his other parts and stick them on there too. His legs and torso. That is cool. Thanks you guys for your help again. College is overrated, laughing out loud. All right, so really, this is it. This is it. All right. Poor Goldberg. I've got no hands. I'll give you your hands back, man. Where's the other black hand? There it is. I think my Fisto is going to go through a little more metamorphosis, and I'm going to take all the parts from this guy and put them on Fisto, and then sand out that hand. That will be cool. And I'll probably make this easy to remove because this is just too hard to keep pulling it off and on. So I may do a little bit of sanding around this hand right here just to make it easier to pull on and off. That's righteous. That's awesome. You know what? I could do it here now. What the heck? All right, man. You're losing your legs. Guess I can pull his boots off first to make it easier. Might as well, right? All right, Fisto 2.0. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, he is a little bit shinier than this Fisto was. This Fisto was a nice matte finish on it, so I'm not going to get rid of this body because it's a good one to use later on. And you know what? His knee is actually loose, so that's cool. I'll have a tighter knee. Let me go ahead and give him these boots now so I don't forget whose legs are whose. I guess I can put him back together while we're waiting. See, now you guys get to see what I do normally. I'm just sitting around bored some days. All right. And where is his head? There it is. Oh, gotta heat it up. True, all of my GFs attend college. Is that girlfriends, I'm guessing? Or godfathers? Not hot enough yet. I'm glad I didn't have to use this guy's hands because I kind of like to keep him the way he was. So that worked out really cool. Oh, hot water. All right, I know it's kind of boring. I'm not talking. Girlfriends, Clamp Champ Auto looks better on Digitino. Really? Let's give it a shot since we're sitting here. All right, Digitino, it's time for you to swap and lose that cool glow-in-the-dark armor. No, I like my glow-in-the-dark armor. Oh, oh. Yeah, it does look pretty cool on him. Or you could talk again. Ugh, thanks, man. There we go. Let's see if those legs are hot enough. My water is cooling down pretty quick in this thing. Oh, there we go. The ultimate Fisto. Dun dun dun. It's got a whole new body. And now, like I said, I'll sand this out. I will make that hand so it comes off easier. And that will be El Coolio. Be Malcolm or Fisto. No to the armor. We'll give you back your glow-in-the-dark armor, man. It's the wrong shade of blue. If it was a little darker, then it'd be even cooler yet. So what does the 2117 stand for? Is he a time traveler and that's the time he came from the future? Or what? Who knows the story of him? Who has bubbles in their comics to give him the actual story? Let me know. Oh, dude, that is so cool. Oh. You know what? I think that's it. I think I've gone through the gambit. I've ripped apart figures. We did some customs together. We talked about... Oh, that's right. Whiplash. That's how it's all started. Oh, Whiplash. So I guess we'll finish where we started. Here's Whiplash. And he's a cool figure. And he has a tripod stance. And that's it. Well, I go finish my adventurer Fisto that can look and find his own gauntlet somewhere in some hidden cave. And then put it on. It happens to match his armor, though. And... way cooler. But that he can hold his sword in his right hand. How strange is that? A right-handed sword-wielding Fisto. $21.17, Great Scott. Yes, it is disappointed. Thanks, Jason. All right. Until the next time, you guys. Now I got a mess of figures everywhere. Look at this. It never fails that I get a giant pile of figures after a video. I'm doing all the quick customs. Spur of the moment customs. I don't know what to do with this poor guy. I don't want to mess with Fisto's pieces, so I'm going to stick them in my special spot so I don't lose them. So it'll be nice to have those in case I decide to put them back to normal. Where is his club arm? There it is. I guess I'll toss this guy's parts back in the spare bin. Oh, we will toss these hands back into the parts bin. That's good parts, along with these nice boots. Whoa, didn't mean to kick the battle axe way over there. Hold the battle axe. Firmly grasp it. Oh. We will take a poor anti-leg beast man and throw him in the good box for good parts. He goes in the scrap bin because I can care less about Roboto. Hey. I'm missing something on here. Where is his claw? Did I have his claw? Oh well, I'll find it later. Alright. This is kind of cleaned up before the video ended. And for those who haven't seen my cool castle setup, oh, look at that. The battle for Castle Grayskull. You're not supposed to be in here. You're not part of the battle. My pop actor, I tell you, YouTube does not like what you type. It blocks your stuff all the time. I can't even click show on your thing. That's funny. How dare you, Roboto was awesome. Oh, hey, he's not one of my top 11. Sorry, you guys. And he has no heart. And he has this weird little face. 2000X was awesome. So, yes, I used to buy Robotos from the 80s, and I would cut a square on their back and put a USB. There's enough room to put a USB port in there. I could put a nice one and have them be a drive. Let's see. Don't talk to me anymore. All right, you guys. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next video. Oh, hey, bad news. My printer broke. I only have 2 more sets of floors, and they're already spoken for. So if you ordered a set of 3 floors that are painted, I'm still working on them. They will be done soon. Once I get my printer fixed and working, I'll be able to finish the rest of your floors for you guys that are waiting for them. Block what? Yeah, when you write stuff, Pop Actor, it pops up, and some of the things you write, I have to actually click show, otherwise YouTube won't show them. And the last one about the fisting and girls, it wouldn't even let me click the show button on it. So I'm not sure what's going on there. That's funny. Mechaneck is here. Stick his neck out for everyone. Yeah, soon we should get Mechaneck. And then he'll go in my scrap bin too. Oh, unless of course my grandson likes him and saves him for the scrap bin. But I'll still get him. I mean, you gotta have the Road Ripper. All right. Anyway, Flash Gordon says goodbye from his two parents, the Flash and Commissioner Gordon, his DNA depositors. Bye now. Good journey.